What did you overhear when someone didn't know you understood their language? My boyfriend Felipe thought I couldn't understand Portuguese. I never corrected him. It started when we first met at this international students mixer thing 2 years ago. He was from Brazil and I was taking Portuguese classes but was still really bad at it. When he asked if I spoke any Portuguese, I panicked and just said no, because I didn't want to embarrass myself trying to speak it badly in front of a native speaker. As we kept dating, I got better at it because I was still taking classes. I was going to surprise him one day when I was good enough. But then this thing happened where I started noticing he would talk to his mom on the phone in Portuguese while looking right at me, like saying things about me while I was right there. At first it was sweet stuff like, she's wearing that blue dress I love, or she's making coffee right now and looks so cute. It made me smile inside hearing him talk about me like that. So I kept quiet about understanding. It became this weird secret I kept. I'd understand more and more each month but never let on. I thought it was harmless. Then last Christmas he invited me to spend the holidays with his family. I was super nervous but excited to meet everyone. His mom, Rafaela, was hosting everyone at her house. His brother Hank and sister Luana were there too with their partners. The first day was really nice. They all spoke English around me and were welcoming. Felipe translated some things they said in Portuguese and I just nodded and smiled like I couldn't understand. They made traditional food and we exchanged gifts and it was perfect, honestly. But then on the second night after dinner, I went upstairs to get my phone charger. I was walking back down when I heard them all talking in the dining room in Portuguese. I froze on the stairs when I heard my name. Rafaela was saying something about me not being right for Felipe, that I wasn't the kind of girl they expected, that I wasn't marriage material and wouldn't fit into their family long term. She said Felipe needed to think about his future and that dating me was fine, but he shouldn't waste too much time. I stood there completely still. My heart was pounding so hard. Then Felipe said something like, I know mom, you've told me 100 times. I'm just having fun with her for now. Don't worry so much. Having fun with me for now? I felt sick. We'd been together for almost 2 years. We talked about moving in together soon. I thought this was serious. Then his brother Hank joined in saying something about how Felipe could do better, that I wasn't even that pretty, and they all laughed. Even Felipe, he laughed. Luana said something about how I dressed cheap, and Rafaela agreed saying I obviously didn't come from a good family. They started picking apart everything about me. My job, my apartment, even the Christmas gift I brought for Rafaela. A handmade scarf I spent weeks making. Felipe wasn't defending me at all. He was agreeing with them saying yeah, he knew I wasn't the one, but I was fun, and they should just let him enjoy this phase. Phase? I was a phase? I don't know how long I stood there. Finally, I forced myself to walk back upstairs quietly. I locked myself in the bathroom and just sat on the floor trying not to throw up. I stayed in that bathroom for almost an hour trying to figure out what to do. Part of me wanted to storm downstairs and tell them all off in perfect Portuguese. When I finally came back down, everyone was watching a movie in English like nothing happened. Felipe put his arm around me and kissed my head. I wanted to scream or cry, but I just sat there frozen pretending everything was fine. The next morning at breakfast, Rafaela asked me in English if I slept well and I almost lost it. They were all being so fake nice to my face while destroying me behind my back in a language they thought was their secret code. I made it through 2 more days somehow, smiling, nodding, pretending. Felipe kept talking to them in Portuguese right in front of me. They kept saying little comments about me thinking I had no idea. I started recording all his phone calls with his family when he spoke Portuguese in front of me. Then one night he was on the phone with Hank laughing about this girl from his office he thought was hot, right in front of me, saying he might try to hook up with her at the office party next week, that I would never know. That was it. I waited until he finished his call. Then I looked him directly in the eyes and said in perfect Portuguese, I understood everything. I've always understood everything. His face. OMG, his face. The shock and horror as it dawned on him that I knew, that I had known all along about what they really thought of me, about what he really thought of me. I told him I heard everything at Christmas. Everything on all his phone calls. Everything he ever said thinking I was too stupid to understand. I told him I recorded it all. He tried to explain, to say I misunderstood, that his family was just protective, that he really did care about me. But his words fell apart when I repeated exactly what he said about me being just for fun, and planning to cheat. I packed my stuff while he begged and cried. It was pathetic. I left him the recordings and walked out.